Yeah, I just subscribed to Pride Coaster Club. You should too. It's fire.
It's all about Michigan's adventure today. So stoked to be here, guys. Well, guys, I'm here at Michigan's adventure today. This has been a long time in the coming, finally getting here. I mean, I lived in Ohio for 4 years and I never made it over here. So kind of stoked to be here today because Shivering Timbers has been on my list to go ride. So that's where I'm headed first, is to go ride Shivering Timbers, because you can't go wrong with like a super cool looking wooden coaster. So let's head on over and shiver my timbers. Shivering Timbers, what can I say? That was totally awesome. That was a very, very fun ride. Had some crazy, like, just like ejector moments on like all those camelback humps. Like, I very much so enjoyed that, you know. It was super good. You know, definitely, I want to say second best wooden coaster of this trip. The first one being the Voyage at Holiday World yesterday was incredible. So, I mean, after riding that yesterday and comparing it to this today, I mean, that's a hard pressed one for that. But either way, it was still incredibly awesome. And I'm on to my next part of my Michigan Adventure Day because I'm kind of digging this park. I like the vibe. It's like kind of in the trees, kind of reminds me of like Old West a little bit, like Knott's in a way, but not really that way. It's like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. You'll see. Out in the middle of the forest, I see myself a Wolverine Wildcat. Now that was an interesting one. The whole front half of the ride was like all nice and smooth and retract, and then like as soon as you did like the turnaround in the back, you can tell like that's where they stopped retracting it, and like it just was a little bit bumpy, but it wasn't insane. It wasn't like crazy rough, but it was just like super smooth and then like super kind of bumpy. Like it just, I don't know. It was cool in its own way, but definitely it was half Wolverine and half of a Wildcat, I guess you can say for that. Well, I think I'm feeling like getting myself some Aero Mouse, because who doesn't love an Aero Mouse? And this is actually my last Aero Mouse to ride, and I've ridden all of them. So kind of stoked about that because the Aero Mice are the best mice. Well, I really do feel like that is like the best of the wild mouses, the Aero Mouses. I don't know why, like it just had like really cool like airtime in it, and like it rode really well. It was really smooth, and just, I don't know, I enjoyed this one very much so. I mean, and I feel right now as you walk out through like the exit, it feels like you're trapped in a rat cage as it is. So it kind of like goes hand in hand with that. I don't know, I guess it's a mouse of a time here at MI, right? Well, I'm gonna keep on cruising to the back of the park, and I think I'm gonna go seek out my last Geauga Lake credit. Oh, that's still in operation, I should say. So totally looking forward to that. Let's go give it a ride. I really like how there's a big lake in the middle of this park. Very cool. Just adds like a vibe to it, for sure. This is probably one of the most random rides I've ever seen at any Cedar Fair park ever. This is kind of cool though that they have a swan boat ride here. Super awesome. when you find yourself an SLC, you go ride it, and even if it's a Thunderhawk or something from Geauga Lake. So just like that, I found my way over to Thunderhawk. Who doesn't love themselves some Vekoma SLC? This is the SLC, Suspended Looping Coaster, or Hang and Bang! Oh! So you know when you ride an SLC and then you regret riding the SLC and then you say to yourself, why did I ride the SLC? And then again, you enjoyed riding the SLC, so you go find another SLC to ride an SLC. It's still an SLC no matter how you SLC it. This one wasn't like insanely bad, but it had like the restraint on here, like up in the front, like really hit my arm. Like, I don't know, it wasn't like, there's like a little pocket in it. It's kind of hard to explain. It's like something that I haven't experienced on a different SLC before, so I don't know. It wasn't the worst, wasn't the best. Either way, it was still an SLC. So I'm gonna keep on cruising, and I think I'm gonna go try to find something interesting to do, y'all, because this park's full of surprises. So I found myself over to the Timbertown Railway. Let's go give it a ride, train style. Well, that train ride was super fun. You know, you can't ever go wrong with a cool park train ride. It's always one of my favorite things to do at any park I go to. And like I said, this place really is an adventure. There's all kinds of cool different things here to do. So I'm gonna keep on cruising, and not quite sure where I'm going yet. So let's go find something else that's adventurous. It's kind of cool how the water park intermingles with the rest of the park here, for sure. Dig that. So I found myself over to Camp Snoopy because I want to go ride myself some Zach Zoomer right over there because that sounds super awesome. But first, it's all about kitty credit time, because why not? So that was one of those, let's ride it and not say that we did. I mean, it's a kitty cred, so you can't ever go wrong with a kitty credit. Got it, I don't think I'm gonna come back here again for a very long time. So might as well knock out everything here while I can. And just like that, I found my way over to Zach Zoomer. Let's go over and get some little wooden coaster action. So stoked on that. Well, that was a super fun little like mini wooden coaster. I mean, you can't go wrong with that at all. Fun fact about Zach Zoomer, it was actually named after my old manager at Cedar Point. It was named after his brother. So we used to like tease him all the time and be like, hey Alex, Are you bummed that your family named the roller coaster after your brother instead of you? He never really cared, but he was always like, he was always cool with it. Which, another fun fact about that, his family actually started this park back when it was a deer farm back in the day. And it's just one of those cool things of just people that I've met and worked with being in this industry for so long. So, and he was definitely a very cool guy and one of the best managers I've ever had. So shout out to you, Alex, if you're still at Cedar Point. Much love, and I hope you're doing well. Anyway, it's off to the next part of this day here at this interesting, fun little park, because you can't go wrong when it's the day of Michigan's Adventure, right? Well, there's just a big, long arrow line for the Corkscrew. Oh well, let's go ride it because it's the last coaster I gotta ride in this park. You guys know me, I'm always a sucker for an old arrow. Oh, those are fun. It's been a long time since I've been on that model where it's literally just the Corkscrew. Super cool. And just always a good time on an old arrow. I don't know, I always enjoy them. I do think I like the Wild Mouse a little bit more, just because it's a Wild Mouse and it's more like, I don't know, it's more unique in its own way, but still super fun and super chill. But I'm gonna go get myself another ride on the craziness that is Shivering Timbers, because it's Shivering Timbers. When you're at Michigan's Adventure, you ride Shivering Timbers. So let's head on over and have another awesome wooden coaster ride. The Sea Dragon right over at the lake. And all the other cool stuff you find at this park. Totally just had another ride on Shivering Timbers. So good. So many ways, so much airtime. I had a front row ride this time, so you know, it definitely balanced out for like the amount of crazy airtime that you have. Like, it's so good in so many ways. Definitely a top tier wooden coaster, and definitely my favorite one of this park, guys. Seriously, if you haven't ridden it yet, do yourself a favor and get up here to Michigan's Adventure and give it a ride. So I'm gonna charge around and see what the next part of my day details. So I found my way over to the Snoopy Boutique, guys. This is always one of my favorite stores to check out at any Cedar Fair park. So let's head on in. Snoopy Mallows, so cool. Always random fun cool stuff whenever they have these. Oh, I love all the different Snoopies, and oh, this one's so cute, a Snoopy in Woodstock. Different Peanuts mugs, super cool. This is cool. Little Camp Snoopy Michigan's Adventure one. Literally, always some fun stuff whenever you come into one of these stores. Very much so. Well guys, that's gonna do it for today's adventure to Michigan's Adventure, because I'm off to find the next crazy thing on my trip today. So thank you guys for watching this little adventure to Michigan's Adventure. Please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe here on YouTube, as you never know what other random parks I might film for you. Maybe I'll come back here to Michigan's Adventure. Maybe I'll go to Six Flags Great America. Maybe I'll go to Worlds of Fun. You never know. Either way, thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Love you all. Peace.
Shake tonight, girl, I wanna shake it with you. A perfect night and the feeling's right, girl, I wanna shake it with you. Break, 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 don't break my heart. I tell you, girl, that I'm feeling you. So when it's hot and the music drops, girl, I wanna shake it with you. Girl, I wanna shake it with you. Girl, I wanna shake it with you.